sounds of Mama saying, "Wake up, Irinushu, time to get up and see what God has brought us today," Mama said. She kept nudging me little by little and explained, "Wait until you see my precious Veronica. It is so beautiful." As soon as I opened my eyes and peeked out the window, I couldn't believe it. A big white blanket of snow as far as the eye can see. I needed to start my morning routine so I would have enough time to enjoy a nice breakfast before having to scurry out the door and through the snow-covered streets of Gdańsk. Mama prepared our family recipe called naleśniki, which means crepes, for our delicious breakfast. Then I put on my winter coat, boots, and several layers to keep warm during my 30-minute walk to school. During my walk in the crisp, cold weather, I enjoyed watching all the beautiful snowflakes fall from the sky. I kept my mind busy daydreaming of my favorite hills for sledding in the neighborhood and around the school. I walked with a friend, happy skip in the steppe, just thinking of sledding with my neighbors and school friends. I knew school lasted about 5 hours today, and it'd be hard to stay patient, as we watched the beautiful snow piling up outside. Sometimes I would pass by a neighborhood store called Bautik, which we would pick up food and supplies, and I noticed how the line of people outside the store appeared longer than the day before. My mom explained to me once that the lines are like this in almost every convenience store in Poland because food and other items have been in short supply. Families have to get in line for groceries as early as possible before the store opens at 8 a.m. so they can be sure to buy food and other items we need to feed our family. The store's supply of sausages, ham, and other meats are so limited that my parents have to sometimes get in line at midnight to ensure that we get enough meat to feed our family. My mom often asks me to go to the store across the street from our home to get milk, bread, or fabric softener. I always like going to that store because the store clerk is always very friendly to me, and I always see Anya, Basha, and Kasha, my best friends, while I'm there. We don't mind standing in the long line. When I got back home this afternoon, I fulfilled my sweet tooth with my favorite snack, which I like to call chleb z cukrem, sweet bread, which is basically white bread with sugar on it. Because the bread goes bad after 2 days, I have to put the bread under running hot water to soften it before I sprinkle it with sugar. Then my friends and I played in the snow around our neighborhood and played some of our favorite games such as Kolore, Colors, my favorite game that we like to call Piłka Parzy, the ball burns, which involves bouncing a ball off the walls of our building through someone's leg while they jump as high as they can. Very dangerous. Afterwards, I join my family for dinner. We usually have bean soup, meatballs with mashed potatoes, pierogies, or cabbage soup with ribs for dinner. But sometimes you just have to cook whatever store shelves have available. We always thank God for whatever food we have on the table. Before my day comes to an end, I sit and think of my blessings. I am blessed to be from a Christ-centered Catholic family in Gdańsk, Poland. I'm also blessed to have a Pope who grew up right here in Poland. I have a Pope who believes in the human rights of the people of his native country. Pope John Paul II reminds us to love thy enemy and never give up, as he modeled when he was denied his request to build the Archchurch of Nowa Huta in Kraków by the Communist Party and authorities. Pope John Paul II did not succumb to fear, but instead he continued to plant his church peacefully, and after years of faith and persistence, the church was built. The Pope often tells the people of our country, "Do not be afraid." And I learn each day that those 4 words, "do not be afraid," hold more wisdom than pages and pages of writing. As I get ready for bed, I think about how much I can't wait to wake up to another day of snowy adventures, and how grateful I am for my family and friends. Life in Poland has not been the easiest lately, but my mom always comforts me when she says, "Niech Pan Bóg Cię zawsze błogosławi I niech aniołowie Cię strzegą," which means, may God always bless you and the angels always watch over you.
Привет, hello, my name is Helena, and part of my family is from France. The other half is from Ukraine. I will be playing a song called Teho nad Rічкою, a Ukrainian folk song. The name means stillness over the river.
Hi, my name is Linda.
And my name is Melina,
We will be playing a piece called Der Spiegel.
which means the mirror, and it's by Mozart.
It's also from Germany.
The fifth grade will now present a song sung in two languages, French and English. The message is something that means a lot to us. We believe in the power that comes from world uniting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is J'imagine.
This comes a moment when my heart must stand alone on this lonely path I've chosen, like a house that's not a home. Me quedo con donde hace que tu todo abandoné, que tu soir Hi, my name is Nicholas Hester, and I'm a third grade student here at Sacred Heart. I will be singing a poem about ancient Greece and then performing a traditional Greek dance called the Hasepiko. One of my favorite Greek gods is Poseidon, god of the sea, because I like water. I also like making traditional Greek foods like pteropida, spanakopita, and baklava. This is a poem about ancient Greeks. They lived thousands of years ago, way back in ancient times. Let's learn about Greek history with some Greek-themed rhymes. We can celebrate historical who's, what's, and where's. We can study old artifacts and long lines of ancestry. But those aren't really old at all compared to ancient Greece. The ancient Greek cities were like communities with separate gates. Athens, Thebes, and Sparta, each was a different state. The ancient Greeks invented many things, like watermills, steam engines, and maps. They founded democracy, drama, and philosophy. The ancient Greeks were really clever chaps. Astronomers from Greece worked out the Earth goes around the sun. It took hundreds of years before everyone else caught on. The Greeks believed in many gods, a few dozen or so. They lived on Mount Olympus and watched the mortals below. Mighty Zeus was the king, Poseidon ruled the sea, Hades ruled the underworld, these were the ruling three. Poseidon, brother of Zeus, he was god of the seas. For Greeks who lived near water, he was the god to please. The ancient Greeks believed in some really crazy things, like minotaurs, centaurs, and Pegasus, a horse with wings. Athens was the birthplace of democracy. They had a vote to choose who their leader would be. Yes, it's true. They lived thousands of years ago, way back in ancient times. That was the story of Greece's history. We hope you enjoyed the rhymes.